everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea here, and today we're here for another Foundation Friday featuring the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Protective Makeup Sunscreen Foundation. It's a lot, right? In this review, we're going to be looking at the foundation. We're going to be doing a full day wear test. We're going to be comparing it to the Maybelline Fit Me foundation just for a shade comparison, since the names and the number shades are the same. And we'll do some flashback testing and all of that good stuff. So you'll definitely want to stay tuned and watch the entire video so that you can get my full review and my thoughts of the foundation. All right, so before we get into this video, I just want to tell everybody, thank you for watching my video. I appreciate every view, every comment, every like, and definitely every subscribe. So if this is your first time here, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel, stick around, join my little family over here. And if you are a returning subscriber, once again, I'm so appreciative of all of your support and just constantly, make me feel good about being a part of this platform here on YouTube. So let's get right into the video. So this is claiming to have a broad spectrum SPF of 50, not 15, 50. And it's also claiming to be an antioxidant enriched pollution protector. So I'm reading from Sephora's website, and it says, experience the first full coverage makeup specifically formulated to protect your skin from harmful environmental aggressors. The Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Foundation, SPF 50. It's going to not only leave you with a natural looking finish, but it will protect the skin day after day. It's available in 16 shades, and this has been dermatologist tested. So a couple other claims outside of what I just read is that it's going to even your skin tone and it's going to cover imperfections. So I have worn this foundation now 3 days, and I've been able to get some thoughts about it. So this will be my 4th time wearing it, and I do have some thoughts. So you'll definitely want to stay tuned to the end to hear my thoughts. But first, let me go ahead and start off by priming my face. So I'm going to prime one side of my face with the No Poreblem Primer by Touch & Soul. I like to prime one side of my face just to see how the foundation looks with primed skin compared to unprimed skin. Before we put the foundation on my face, I do want to see if the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless is the exact same shade as this one, because the shade that I have in the Matte and Poreless is 330 Toffee, and this particular one has a shade of 330 Toffee. So it's going to be a really bad swatch because that's the Maybelline Fit Me. I've wasted way too much. So the shades look pretty similar. So here is the Dream Cover, and then this is the Maybelline Fit Me. And the shades seem pretty similar. The Dream Cover does look a little deeper than the Matte and Poreless, but from what you'll be able to see in the demo, this shade actually does work for me. So if you are 330 in the Matte and Poreless, then you'll be 330 in this one. So I'm going to take my e.l.f. Beauty Sponge and just blend this in. So we have the foundation blended out on this side, and as you can see, it is a really good shade match. Ooh, I had something in my eye, sorry. It's a really good shade match for me compared to this side of my face, and it does provide pretty good coverage. I don't have any dark circles around my eyes or anything like that, but obviously I have freckles, so I always base the coverage of a foundation, concealer, based on how well I can see my freckles through it. And I think that it does give me pretty good coverage. Right now with what I put on, this is I think a good medium coverage layer. If I wanted to add a little bit more, I think I could build it up. So why did I put the top on? So I'm going to add a little bit more here just to see if we can build it up. And yes, we can definitely build that up. As you can see, you can still see my freckles, but we got a little bit more coverage there. I think you get excellent coverage for this particular foundation claiming to be more of a skin protector. So I'm looking at it more like a CC cream over a traditional foundation. So I think you're getting excellent coverage with what we have. And just as a little FYI, next week I'm going to be doing a video comparing this to the IT Cosmetics CC cream to see if maybe this is a possible dupe. I don't know, haven't tried it yet, but you know, you may want to stay around just to see. Okay, so I'm going to apply the foundation on this side, and then I'm going to blend it out with my Morphe M439 brush to see how one side compares with the sponge compared to blending it out with a brush. Alright, so we've got brush side blended out, and I think both sides look pretty good. I think the sponge side maybe is pressed into the skin a little bit more than the brush side, which is expected, but I think this side looks really good with the brush. So if you like to apply foundations with a brush, I think this is a good one for you. I'm going to build up this side just a little bit more. Ironically enough, I don't think the brush side gives, well, no, the brush side does give me a little bit more coverage. I was about to say, I don't think it does. Nope, it does. It does give me a little bit more coverage, especially with me pressing it into my skin like so. So, yeah. But I like both sides. I like the finish of this foundation. So as you can see, it gives me a nice radiance. I don't think my skin looks overly dewy, but it definitely looks very healthy and natural, and really radiant. And like I said, I really do enjoy the shade match. I'm glad that it doesn't look too orange, doesn't look too pink. I think it's a good balance of a shade. Okay, so I'm gonna do a flash photography test to see how this looks when we're using flash. I'm expecting flashback because there's SPF 50, but hey, we don't know until we see it. And like I expected, we got some flashbacks. So you probably wouldn't want to wear this particular foundation if you know that you're going to be taking flash photography, because you're going to look a little odd like I do. My chest looks all nice and bronze. I have my hard candy body luminizer on. It's one of my favorites. So my body looks all nice and bronze, and then my face looks like me. So I'm going to finish off my foundation, finish off my makeup, and then I will come back and show you what this looks like with all of my makeup on. Alright, so here's my face with all of my makeup on top, and like I said before, I will list everything down in the description bar, the description box as to what's on my face. And so everything is looking quite nicely on top of this foundation. Yeah, I'm really liking how everything looks right now. I will say this is just a personal preference. I normally don't wear this foundation with the added coverage that I had put right here, like we saw earlier in the video. I will go on ahead and say, I think whatever initial layer you put on, I think this foundation looks better like that, because I'm looking at my face and it doesn't look bad. I just like the way that I've worn it prior to doing this video today, which is normally just putting one stripe up here, two stripes here, one along my chin, and then just blending it that way. I think that layer looks great. It looks more, I guess it looks more skin-like. And I guess it all just depends on your preferences, because some people do like for their foundation to cover more, give them more of that full coverage look. So that's a preference thing. I like for my foundations to give me like a solid medium coverage. And then depending on the texture of the foundation, I like even more of a lighter coverage. But I don't think it looks bad. I think this foundation looks very pretty on the skin. And yeah, so I will go about my day, and then when you see me again, it will be the end of the day. Currently, it is 9:44, so I've had this foundation on already for about almost an hour. So yeah, we'll check back in at the end of the day. Alright guys, we are at the end of the day. It is now 6:24, so I've had this foundation on for over 9 hours, and I'm dewy. that I am. But actually, let me bring you in before we go into this a little further. Outside of the dew, because that is apparent, I am dewy. And then just to let you know, I set my face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, but that was it. I didn't use any other mist, so I just wanted to put that out there. In terms of the prime side compared to the unprimed side, I do see my pores just a little bit more over here, but honestly nothing significant. I don't think you all can see my pores like so. Let me know down below if you can. But I don't really think there's too much of a difference between the prime side and the unprimed side. Of course, I'm experiencing a lot of dewiness around my nose, some along my forehead, and then some along right here. But honestly, with the dew, I'm still liking this because I feel like I don't look overly greasy. And also, this is a sun protector. The finish is supposed to be a natural finish with a radiant look. So I did expect to have some type of dew at the end of the day. But I will say this, when I wear this foundation with just one layer, I don't look like this at the end of the day. I actually just look pretty normal. I think I'm experiencing more dewiness because I did put on more foundation than what I've normally worn when I have worn this foundation. In terms of my smile line, because that's what I always like to look at, there's just a little bit of foundation right there, but nothing that is exaggerating the smile line, which I'm very impressed with. Each day that I've worn this foundation, I have always looked at my smile line there, and I've not had any issues, and I've been really impressed by that. I really do like this foundation. I really, really like it. I think it's a really solid foundation. It's great that it has SPF 50 in it, because if you're not someone who consistently puts SPF on, which you should, but if you don't always put SPF on, you're getting really good SPF coverage and protection from this particular foundation. Even though I look very dewy, my face does not feel heavy with this foundation on it. So if I still had to go about my day, I don't feel it on my face. And there's some foundations that when 5 o'clock come, I'm like, get this off my face. I don't feel like this. I'm really liking the way that this looks. I just feel like my skin still looks really healthy and nice. And I do have a breakout right here that was kind of crusting over a bit. There's no grabbing of it on there. I did eat, as you all saw earlier. I had a red lip on, and I don't feel like my foundation has really, I don't really feel like it's smeared or you know, drastically come off of my face in certain areas. So I'm really impressed. Maybelline, y'all did your thing with this. I'm really interested and excited to compare this to the IT Cosmetics CC Cream, because the first time I saw the foundation, that was the first foundation that I thought of. So I am going to be doing a comparison between the two. If the shade are similar, I'm actually going to wear one on one side and one on the other side. So stay tuned for that video. It will be up next week, comparing the two to see if we've got a dupe, because if we got a dupe, hey, save you some money. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Definitely let me know down below what your thoughts of this foundation. What are your thoughts about it and how it looks on my face? I think it looks fine. I feel like if I blotted my face, I could keep going. But yeah, once again, I'm really gonna be done this time. Thanks for watching this video. I hope that you found it useful and helpful, and that's it. I hope to see you in my very next video. Bye guys.